All right, so let me drop this moment now before this moment honestly passes me, right? So as I'm sitting here, I'm pondering, you know me, I'll be always having random downloads that always drop on me, right? So this message right here on the download is more so to my brothers, okay? When we are going to start taking accountability? The accountability that I'm referring to is that when are you going to start accepting the fact, when you hear that statement, you chose her, right? When your plans are aligned from beginning to end, somewhere while you're walking, you realize that that woman was going to be a struggle. You realized that she was going to be a struggle. But you felt somewhere, shape, or form in your mind that you could change her opinion, her thought process. Where's the responsibility, my brother? Because 9 times out of 10, you had a set plan. You knew exactly where you wanted to go to and exactly where you were headed to. But you wanted to drag her into a direction that she was not trying to go into. So at what point in time do you accept some form of responsibility for that? Because on the other side of uncomfortability is success. You never know what success feels like until you experience it. But you normally have to go through some hardship to reach that other side. So once again, I'm asking you, while you're sitting here going through the struggle that you're going through, my brother, when are you going to take accountability for your actions that you played within this role? Why am I asking that? It's because, bro, even with all the right plans, even with all the right mindsets, you're saying that, hey, look, she should have just fell in line. She should have just fell in line, yeah. But we also have to remember those are 2 different type of women that's out here, okay? We can break everybody down into classifications as many ways that we want, just like with men. We can break them down into 30 classifications. But at the end of the day, there are good men, there are bad men. Just like there are good women and there are bad women. And you're trying to force somebody to go into the direction that's sitting in the middle of the void. The void ain't nothing but that gray area, that gray space. They can fall either side. They still trying to figure themselves out. And the first issue that you should, first red flag that you should have noticed is that the person is still trying to figure it out. Doesn't mean there's something wrong with them while they're trying to figure it out. We live in a wild world. Y'all know the world that we live in. There's a lot of secrets, a lot of hidden information. There's a lot of confusion for a lot of individuals. So they still trying to find out in depth of who they is. But at the same token, doesn't negate that you know who you are. You know where you were headed to, but you allow someone else to take you from off your path. That's still ownership that you have to accept, my friend. Honestly, I need to know. Drop your opinion down in the comments. Honestly, have you taken accountability for the actions that you have played a part in? And if you have, if you don't mind, what was your story? You know? Because more than likely, you're going to push another brother into a situation to tell his truth. We need to stop being shy with telling our truths, brothers. We need to be more comfortable with that. Guess what? Ask about me. I'm telling you, I just took probably more L's than the average man should have. And I'm trying to tell you, the suicide rate is exactly that high. I'm going to say it exactly because a lot of people don't want to say it. The suicide rate is so high for men because we fail so frequently that it's embarrassing to even live within that chapter within oneself. I promise you, that's why a lot of people like, yo, bro, like, it's the kids, like, failure. Bro, it's because I done worked my behind up and why can't be failure. All of it still relates back to the same thing. It doesn't negate the fact that it don't stop me from lacing up my kicks every day and going out here looking the best that I can possibly look. You understand what I'm saying? Moving exactly in accordance of what I'm trying to accomplish. That does not negate that. Because it started in the same formality. And I'm not going to act like I'm high and mighty and above anybody else. Bro, it literally started in the same formality with myself. I had to accept responsibility for things that I played a role in, whether it was big or whether it was this small. You understand what I'm saying? I still held some type of responsibility to that. So once again, I'm going to ask my brothers, because I've been through this myself and I've tried to do the same thing. When are y'all going to sit there and take accountability for said actions, or have you already done it? And why are you not telling your other brothers? You understand what I'm saying? So they don't walk into the same foolish mistakes. So we can be better men within our entirety, better leaders within our entirety. That's the goal, right? The goal is to be better men and better leaders. We can go into the details of all the other crap, but the goal is to do that. If you a bad man, bro, I ain't talking to you. I'm not even gonna hold you, champ. I'm not even talking to you. See, because we know who I'm talking about. And I trying to tell you, I talk to all different types of people that y'all will say are some of the worst of the worst. In all actuality, those are good brothers. So, and then I talk to some people that sit in office buildings and sit behind desks. they are not good people. You understand what I'm saying to you? So we know you know specifically who I'm talking to. When are you gonna start taking accountability, brother? Drop that down in there in the comments. And if you are sitting there taking accountability, what have you done? We need these stories to be spread throughout our community as men. So that way, with us as in their entirety, we can grow as a whole, bro. That's what we have to do. And when I say, bro, I'm specifically talking to you. You know who I'm talking to. I need you to really understand that. We got to do this together, bro. This is non-negotiable. That's that type of energy we got to start stepping with. It's non-negotiable. What's his name? Smart, bro, plug in with me. Bro, plug in with me. Same type of energy like it is what it is. Man of men. You understand what I'm saying to you? And also it's certain things, like I said, that we can grow from with each other as well, for real. I ain't trying to change your demographic. You ain't trying to change my demographic. But at the same token, it's all about the conversation so we can grow together. And if it's two grown-ass men standing there within this entirety, just like there's millions on millions of brothers, you understand what I'm saying, that's more than capable of carrying that same type of energy and naturally are that type of energy, let's bring it out. Why not? How could we not? So once again, drop your comments down in below. You feel me? As far as accountability is concerned, when it comes down to men, you feel me? And that's trying to drag women in two directions that don't want to go with us. Have you been through this experience? And if you have, what was your experience like? Have you grown from this experience? And what can you tell another brother now to help push him in that right direction? I ain't talking about just black brothers. I'm talking about my black brothers. I'm talking about my white brothers. I'm talking about my Arabic brothers. I'm talking about my Spanish brothers. I'm talking about my brothers from all over walks of life, because we need to heal our world within its entirety. It's your boy, Tell the Truth OV. This is the other side of the story.